that? Hey, people are joining. All right. How's everyone doing today? Let's see. How you guys doing today? Trying it on Instagram and Facebook today. So this is going to be interesting. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are all doing all right. And it's been another crazy week. It's happy hour, so if you have them, go ahead and open one. See my backdrop there? It's watching you. So I guess another week. It's really nice outside. Wish we could be skating right now, but that's not happening. At least not today. Maybe another day. But here, yeah. So as you can see, I got this double whammy. Look at this. So that's the view on Facebook. It's like gonna be kind of more behind the scenes. You like my props for my computers and stuff. You know, Ghetto Fabulous is the way to go. Yeah, let's move that out of the way. Put that as a backup. Well, there's my drawers. We're gonna go through some of my stuff, and then we're gonna go through some other people's stuff, and then we'll see what else we have here. Let me get you set up here. All right. So you are now perched. I'll get that nice and straight for you guys. Can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me. But I appreciate you guys coming to check it out again. Thanks for everyone that came last week, and it was actually pretty good response. If you have questions, I can't look at sometimes I can see the screens, but sometimes I can't, so I'll get back to the questions, or just message me if there's something that I didn't say or you want me to say or whatever. But anyway, a request. Yeah, I guess we'll start with this. This is Gone Fishing, which we all should be. 18 by 24. This was for the Salt Lake City Tattoo Convention. This was the art print version of the design I did for the convention. What's this one? This is actually the offset for Swamp's anniversary party years ago in Austin with Kylesa, Mammoth Grinder, Roller. Some of those dudes in Roller, I guess, are now in Mammoth Grinder. They're in Power Trip, which our latest party that was supposed to be last month during South by got postponed. So hopefully we'll be working with them in the future once all this COVID stuff goes away. All right. Oh wait, we got a mix-up here. That's all right. This here is Jay Volmer. Really awesome poster for Gothic Theater. Don't know what year this was. Jay's a local artist here in Denver, and he's still around. There's another one. This was this little Super Bees one was 1998. 15th Street Tavern. Another Jay Volmer. Another Jay Volmer. Jay, you're starting out the show today. Pretty awesome. Larimer Lounge. Shout out to Larimer Lounge. Wish we could go see a show there. Tomorrow night, Sputnik, Slovenia at Larimer Lounge. Maybe not. No, at least not this week. Here we go. Can you see that? That's a long one. That is Jermaine Rogers. That is an old one. Social Chaos Tour, 1999. Good one. DOA, Exploited, Murphy's Law. Hell yeah. Poison Idea. Man, that would have been a great show. At the Back Room. Holy crap. Which is now Emo's in the same place, but we used to call the back room the bathroom when we lived there. Because it had funny shows. There we go. Another Jermaine. That's a good one. That was a one for here in Denver for Jermaine. This is Martin fucking Edmond. 1998. This was put out by Dynamic Planning in Japan. I printed these for them. It was a Devilman thing when it did work for Future Japan, which was an old toy company. And this was, we did a bunch of Devilman prints by different people, Pushead and Martin Edmond, and a couple other Japanese artists, Sarwa. That was pretty cool. I don't know if you can see. Am I getting in the way? This is David J. This was a little print that I did for his Vagabond tour. He played in people's living rooms and backyards and stuff for a year. We put out a double 12-inch record on Last Hurrah Records, and he toured on that record in living rooms. It was awesome. The record's still awesome too. That's the tour poster. That's actually the record cover too. And David's a great guy. He played in Bauhaus and stuff. If you don't know David J. Oh, here's an old one. This is an uncut sheet of the Reverend Horton Heat, Nashville Pussy and Tiger Army at the Ogden Theater in Denver. It's an uncut sheet. It's got all 5 handbills, and they're double-sided. Nice. You worked that show. That was a good show. That's Seth. Hey, Seth, what's going on? There's an old, another Bluebird show. That was great. That was a killer show. That's the night I got to meet those guys too, so that was super fun. Steve Byers on Facebook. Nice. How you doing, Steve? All right, so yeah, Helicopters. Great show. It was 1999, I think. Yeah, 99. Oh, there's a Clutch 2000. That was at Ogden Theater with COC, Fly Banger, and 60-watt Shaman. Nobody in particular presents. That's old school. Tool. I think this little pile got mixed up. This was in the show last week, but you can't beat Tool. Flaming Lips, Failure. It was a really weird show. But Tool killed it. They all killed it. That was in Austin and Houston. Monkey Wrench. It's the guys from Mudhoney and Tim Kerr. A little bit of some other guys from Seattle. Great band. Playing at Wembley Arena with Pearl Jam. Yeah, that's when Pearl Jam was opening for them, I think. Not really. That's a good one. That's old. John Spencer Blues Explosion, Jawbox, and Poster Children at Emos. It was 1994. I don't know if you can see it, but look who's playing guitar. Facebook can see that. Yeah, dancing the night away there. There's another Pearl Jam. That was in Arizona. Got some foil on it. A little foil action. know, the other day, Facebook kicked my music off because it was too well known, so I have to switch music so they don't totally turn off the volume. I'm just playing the radio, but you know, sometimes they don't like it.
Oh, I'd like to say that it's great to be back in Las Vegas once again.
Dwarves poster.
Hello. How are you?
Here's some cool ones. These are die cut round. I don't know if you can tell. So these are like 22-inch round posters. This white zombie and filter, 1996. And there's another round one. I was actually trying to make these things look like picture discs with the hole in the middle and stuff. It's an old 95. That's a poster of posters. That's a divider. That's like where drinking break. Yeah, let's see. Here we go. Oh, wait. All right, you got Marilyn Manson with Clutch. St. Andrews Hall. That was 1995. Actually, I almost got in big trouble for that. I didn't. They asked me to do the poster. St. Andrews Hall did, and after we did the poster, Marilyn Manson called Art Rock. I was actually working for Art Rock out of San Francisco at the time. They were selling all my work, and they called Art Rock and asked how many posters we made. And for some weird reason, I won't name the name of the owner, but he told them 3,000 sets. So of course they freaked out and they came after me. And when I talked to them, I had to chill them out, and then ended up, there was only like, I think we did like 200 sets, and they were used to promote the show, and the venue gave them to the bands and stuff. And basically Marilyn Manson's management just wanted me to send them like a dozen sets, and that was all she wrote, which was actually really cool of them because they were threatening a lawsuit. And that was thanks to the owner of Art Rock at the time. I don't know why he told them that, but 3,000 sets was a little too many for any poster, I think. This is actually the silkscreen. This is a silkscreen variant of that earlier Offset poster. The Offset poster Jack Prince made for us because they had sponsored that party, or this party. Yeah, it was 2011. Here's an old one. So this one right here, this is Fawcett. This is like one of my first posters for a band, local band out of Austin. It's when I was trying to learn how to make posters. Here's another oldie. Ed Hall, super rad band out of Austin. Mr. Jim Jones, Feeding You Worms. Oh, this song's probably too popular. I might have to change it. Definitely too popular. I'll probably get in trouble for this. Alright, hey, that's an original. That is an old watercolor in ink. It was out of my watercolor book at the time. It's also, that design was used for some other stuff. Skateboard, a sword poster, some other stuff. Oh, I is for Insanity is where that ended up. This design is another watercolor original. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, if you're on Facebook and you can't see some of this stuff, switch to Instagram. It actually is better. You can see the posters perfectly on Instagram. SWAMPCO at Instagram. but I guess it's good on both. Yeah, you see that? I don't know. Anyone out there? Yeah, there's a couple people out there. All right, so this design was actually for a show in Milan, in Italy. It was with, we used the design, there's subway posters. That was one of the originals from that. Oh, this is actually, all right, here we go. This is the clutch poster. Gotta have two hands for this. And this is the original drawing for it. Yep, actually used to draw on paper. Still do sometimes, but digital is a lot quicker. Nowadays, it's good to do both, I guess. I don't know if you can see that. But that's a drawing, I don't know what year this was. 2005. This was also a skateboard graphic for the Ditch Creep Conspiracy Skateboards. It was our ditch board. It was a long board shaped like a surfboard, about 35 inches, I think. It was a good board. They're fun. You can find them. All right, what do we got? This is Pixies. Did this one, and let's see. So that's the poster. This was the original sketch. That's the sketch for the poster. And then this was the actual ink. These were actually, I was drawing, I just used the same piece of paper. Those ended up on a different poster. All that goes from the sketch to the drawing to the actual poster. This version of the poster is a variant. It's on this metallic paper, shiny metallic curious paper. There's only 30 on this paper. Nine Inch Nails. Wait, I think I have it. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Here's another one. Gotta have two hands for this. Alright, there you go. That's the original drawing. And she was Nine Inch Nails at the Bauhaus. And this is a Red Rock show. And actually this show was awesome. We were in the front row and I watched the Bauhaus get in a fight. Peter Murphy started punching his bandmate, and that was the end of the show. So that was a pretty crazy show. And Nine Inch Nails killed it that night too. But it was pretty insane to watch a band start a fight and then walk off stage in the middle of a song. It was pretty awesome. Wild stuff. But this is also, this design, oh, that's right. So this is the regular edition. This was made for the show. And then the artist proof edition, she's clean. She's got no birthmark. Can you see that? Yeah, no birthmark on a regular edition. There's also art prints of both versions. That's the birthmark edition of the art print. I don't have the other one here. It's somewhere in the drawers. I couldn't find it. All right. So now we are. This is an uncut sheet. You can't really see it. You might be able to see it on Facebook. This is an uncut sheet of Punk Rock Bowling at Summit Music Hall. This was 3 different posters for 3 different nights. It was a great weekend, super fun. It's Soda Jerk put that one on. I think that was the first year that they did Punk Rock Bowling in Denver. Oh, let me move it over for those of you on ground. Alright, so this is a beer break. There you go. That's a banner for the poster, for the book. It's like a big version of my book cover. Alright, you guys, let's see. Oh yeah, you're gonna run into some cool ones. Alright, that was some of my stuff. Now we're going into some other stuff. This is the one and only Buckethead made this one. This thing's awesome. Schwinn Phantom. This thing's old. He did this when he first moved out here. Or no, he did this in Dallas before he moved to Denver. Before he moved back to Dallas. Mr. Bucket, you out there? Mr. Buckethead. Hey, it looks pretty good on Facebook. Here, cheers to Mr. Buck. There it is. Cheers. Oh, this is a Tim Kerr design. I actually did this with Joe from Gasshopper. I think, yeah, Joe, this is a collaboration. Joe from Gasshopper, Tim Kerr from the Big Boys, and he was also played in Jack of Fire. And I did this together in Austin in probably like 94 or 5. But if I remember right, Joe drew the design, Tim added to it, and then Tim drew the border around it, and I put it all together, cut separations, and it was game on for Jack of Fire going to Garage Shock. Oh, there's some cool ones. As you can tell, I've been kind of cleaning my shop up. That's where all this stuff's coming from. It's been squished in. This Scoob here is a Ferg design. Ferg's out of Austin. He does Jumongo toys. These things were always, I think these things are awesome. It's a toy also. These were probably the drawings for it, and then he made a toy out of it. Yeah, this is in Beater. This is also Jumongo. I think that's his partner, this little one. Another screen print. This was for a Halloween toy that they put out. Little Halloween bud. I have the bud somewhere. It's on my toy collection. Alright, here you go. All you Emic fans. He needs to do a new one with our new Fuhrer. Yeah, our new president. I'm not supposed to say that anyway. But, yeah. Good Emic, old school Emic print. Nice one. This is Pablo. It's an old one. This is an offset, actually. It's not a silk screen. Can you see my face in there, or am I in the way?
No,
All right,
you're okay.
good. All right. Voodoo Glow Skulls. Oh, there's another Emic. This was actually a book, I think. Was this a show for a book? Yeah, this was a group show at CB's Gallery that I was in. Emmett Coop, Aesthetic Apparatus, Justin Hampton, Jeff Kleinsmith, Jermaine, Carlos Ward Sutton, Shane Wolf, Emic, a bunch of us, and it was for a release party for this book called Swag. I think that was 2004, when that book came out.
Do you want to know these questions?
I don't know.
I hope somebody wants you to go on Tool Red Rocks.
Tool Red Rocks, huh? This is by request. This is that Tool Red Rocks print. This is actually this is a mess up. As you can tell, the red's out of whack there. This was, and it's got pinholes in it. This was on my wall at the old warehouse. That's what I figured out. So it was just stapled to the wall for years. This poster's been sold out for a long time. I don't even know if I have any yet. I have to dig deep for this one. For that person that was asking. I don't know who was asking. But it's alright. Yeah, for questions and stuff, I'll go through this and like try to answer them, or just message me on Facebook or Instagram, and I'll answer what I can. This is Chuck Sperry. This was a print for we did a tour. Is this in Bern? Yeah, Doshstock. Bern. Yeah, this was a great show. We went there a couple times with them. Ron Donovan, Chuck Sperry, Dirk, Robert Butler. This was a super fun show. And, it makes me miss Ron Donovan. Alright, we got Pablo. Is this Pablo? Yep, another Pablo design. It's an old one for Jabberjaw. With Cherubs and Slug. Actually, the record label I had, we did a split single with Cherubs and Slug. Cherubs were from Austin and Slug was from LA. And Jabberjaw was in LA. This was right around that time. And Pablo, I don't know what happened to Pablo. Does anybody know what happened to Pablo? He was an awesome artist. Uh-oh, now we're getting into Albuquerque, it looks like. Yeah. This is Delano, another old school artist. But he now has a tattoo shop called All Is One in Albuquerque. Awesome shop if you're down there. This looks like some flash that he did, maybe. Another sheet. Oh, it's the black and white. No, it's another different sheet. He's been a long time screen printer since the 90s, and then he opened his shop. I'm not sure when he did, but he's awesome. He still does posters down there. We've got a few of those coming up. This is another Delano piece. Pixies with Best Coast. It's got some metallic inks in there. Really nice print. This is for an Albuquerque show, I believe. Another Delano print. Is that High on Fire? Williamsburg. It's up in Brooklyn. We did that one. That's awesome. There's a clutch one by Delano. That one rocks. 2008. Murder by Death. Albuquerque at the Sunshine Theater. He does a lot of stuff for Sunshine Theater, I think. I think his tattoo shop's right. It's pretty close to it. Oh, here we go. Don Rock. Out of Austin, Texas. Out of Driftwood, Texas. I think he's still there. This is when he was in New York. He did a lot of work with CBGBs. And then we had a shop together in Austin for 4 years or something. This is a 1992. Awesome Swans poster. This is another Don Rock CDs poster. This one's pretty popular with the Tool fans. I think it's pretty rare. I'm not sure how many he did.
So if somebody wants a poster, how would they get it?
If you guys are interested in any of these posters, just message me, private message, or email through the website, which is swampco.com or swampposters.com. I don't know if you can see that sticker right there. It's right there. But yeah, you can just private message if you want some of this stuff, because most of it's for sale, but some of it's not. But most of it is.
Is the clutch one for sale?
That clutch, If you're asking about that clutch one from Delano, you should call Delano. I think that's my only copy. So Delano, I'll have to look into it. But I can, if you message me, I can get you in touch with him because he's got stock of stuff. And I'm sure he'd like to sell posters since they're probably not tattooing right now. So definitely you could buy direct. He's got a ton of good posters. Maybe we'll do a whole show on him or something. But this is Stain Boy moving to Florida now. This was actually a show. It was a group art show when his book came out, Vicious Intent. It's the cover of his book, and we did a bunch of artists flew down to Orlando or somewhere down there, Tampa, I can't remember. But it was in Florida, and a bunch of us went down there. It was Stain Boy, Enemy Inc., Jared Connor, Johnny Thief, Mike Martin, Chuck Luce, Gerald Tidwell, Brian Ewing, Jason Cooper, Lil Tuffy, Jeff Matz, Thomas Scott. Yeah, it was fun. It was super fun. There's another Stain Boy. This one's, I think, my favorite of Stain Boys. This is one of my favorites from him for sure. Just need to do an art print of this one. It's too funny. Andy Diesel printed a lot of Stain Boys stuff. When he was printing a lot of posters, he was doing Tara McPherson and Diesel Fuel prints and Stain Boy and a bunch of people. Another one. House of Blues, another Stain Boy. Alright, so now we're getting into, this is Psychic Spark Plug, 1995. I don't know if any of you that don't know who Psychic Spark Plug is. It was Chuck Sperry and Ron Donovan. And there was actually a third guy. Oh man, I just went blank on his name. Who knows the third guy's name in Psychic Spark Plug? Because he quit doing posters, I think. And Chuck and Ron kept doing them. This is an uncut sheet from 1995. Show it in Albuquerque, show at Jabberjaw in Los Angeles. Man or Astroman. Alright, and this one,
It's a good one.
this is an awesome poster by our friend Ron Donovan. I think he used this is the art print version, but I think he used this, maybe it was a Monster Magnet poster. I can't remember. If anyone knows, let me know. I don't remember that originally it was Monster Magnet. Ron Donovan was from San Francisco. There's another Ron Donovan. He did a lot of stuff with Turbo Negro. When we were on tour, that's when I met Turbo with Chuck and Ron in Hamburg. We got to go by the studio and check out the offices and stuff because they had a record label, so that was super awesome. Ron was really good at this style of printing. He had a lot of tricks. There's a lot of layers of metallic inks and colors. I don't know if you can really see the shine, but there's a lot of metallics in there. He was an awesome printer. Here we go. We got a Chuck Sperry, old Chuck Sperry. Jello Biafra with the Melvins. Some guy, some asshole with oil pouring out of his head. Oh man, now everybody thinks this guy is good because of what we have in the office now. Scary. Alright, this is another friend, the Piz. We showed this one last week, but while I was cleaning up, I actually found something really cool. So when I work with other artists, before computers, this is what they would send me. So they'd send me a black line, and then they'd send me something like this, which is just a photocopy with crayons and ink colors. So they'd give me the Pantone colors, and then I would have to put it all together and make a print. So that's what he sent me, and that's what I sent him back. I'm gonna have a drink for Piz. All right, this is kind of a cool one. This was Coop. This is, I think, the first print we did for Coop, maybe in Austin. He probably sent me one of those crayon things too. I sent it to Frank. Frank cut the steps for this one, if I remember right. But you can see the colors, the seps, or maybe, no, you know what? Coop did his own seps, I believe. Yeah, Coop totally did his own seps. That's why they're so clean. So that's his, like, writing, and then when I'd print, this was like a test print, and I'd tape all that off for the good ones. This was an art print. I don't remember the name of it. Coop might, if he's out there. I know he's down in Austin. Hope he's doing well. It's an awesome Zeke poster. It's kind of a process design print. It's really cool. I don't even know who did it. BlackCatPress.com, NorCal. I don't know who the art Gossett. It's a nice print though. Great band. Zeke was awesome. Here's another. This is I think this is a Psychic Spark Plug. This was a show we did at Off the Wall Gallery down in the Mission. No, not the Mission. It's the other place where all the hippies hang out in San Francisco. I can't remember where all the hippies hang out in San Francisco right now. But that was all of us. That was pretty much all the poster artists at that time in San Francisco. Marscoso, Kozik, Coop, Kuhn, Sparkplug, Emick, Matt, Seabury, Wiseman, Arminsky, Grimshaw, Lauren, Flores, and what's that one?
Hate.
Bricks? Yeah, the Hate. Why did I blank on that? Hate Street. Thank you, whoever put that in there. That was Temporary Insanity was like a really great show. That was fun. Here's another Ron Donovan. Darkness descends onto Hollywood. Yes, it does. Classic Turbo. 2004 Ron Donovan. That's your beer break. Well, this is the song I got in trouble for the other day on Facebook. Change that. Alright, had to change the music. Alright, let's see. Alright, so from here on out, this is where we try to sell junk to you. Can you see that? There it is.
Right there, yeah.
There it is, breaking news. It's a little too big for this one, for Instagram.
Do it the other one.
Yeah. Alright. Oh. So, these posters are actually for sale. I'm going to get it in there. Wait. There we go. Yep, Jesus Lizard. Yeah, I got in trouble for that the other day on Facebook, so I had to switch it. They're copyrighted. Alright, that's just a poster. So these are art prints. All these prints from here on out are $20. These are prints. They're not perfect. They might have a damaged edge or something, but they're all like travel prints from shows. They were going to Austin with me in March, and I have probably a stack of these that are like a foot tall, and they're all different. So if you see anything you like, send me message. First come, first serve. If you get, they're $20 each. Some of them are like $50 posters or more. They're $20 each and $10 postage. If you buy 3 of them, it's free postage. So $50 for 3. That's an actual art print. I don't know if you can tell, it's Godzilla. This was the show, actually, that we were gonna do in Austin. And this is postponed. We are gonna do it someday, but this would have been the best lineup ever. Power Trip, Piss Jeans, Dwarves, The Spits, Otobaki Beaver from Japan, Nice from LA, Pitch Invasion from Denver, Emily Wolf, Control Top, The Whiffs, Wiccans, Starving Wolves, Studai, Jesus Christ Superfly, Six Thoughts, Crack Dealer, and hosted by the one and only Sputnik Slovenia. But there you go. Alright. Valley of the Vapors, it's a big festival over there in Arkansas. Ping of the Snake, Mr. Dave Tuck, Invitational, Arvada Skate Park, contest and party afterwards at Rockabilly's in Arvada. Dave's an awesome guy. He is the king of the snake. Alright, this one goes out to Pallbearer Press in Austin, or in Waco, or wherever, south of Austin now. But this was a show that we went to down there. It was super fun. Did the poster for it. There's an old one, G-Love and Special Sauce, the Vic Theater in Chicago, 2007. High on Fire, Three Kings. Is that Three Kings? Yeah. That's in Denver. Avenged Sevenfold, Coheed and Cambria, the Magnus Arena, Denver, Colorado. So you can kind of see some of these are like dented, but you can totally trim them off. This is like a $30 poster, I think. Oh, this is a cool one. This is a 2-poster set. This was 2 nights of Slim Cessna in 2005 for New Year's Eve. So you got her in one, and then, so if you put them together, she's crying for a reason. I think that's her boyfriend. That's her outlaw over there.
Never mind. Forget it. You wouldn't understand anyway.
You wouldn't understand anyway. Alright. Here we go. It's this one. Fu Manchu. Bluebird Theater. Nice layback. Wish I'd be doing that right now.
Okay.
Here you go. Tenacious D. This was a fun show in Austin. Fun Fest. 2013. There's another Austin show I did a poster for. This was Rock and Roll Massacre. American Icon Records put this one on. This is a great show. Hickoids, Bulimic, Sons of Hercules, Cynics, Flamethrower, Cheetah Chrome played that show. It's great. There we go. Los Romanos. And this is a cover band. This is a show I went down to Argentina for, and this was their anniversary party. Greg, if you're out there, that one's for you, buddy. I hope you guys are doing all right in Argentina. In San Telmo. It's not Argentina. There you go. Fiddler. Sound on Song 2016. Oh, another Tuck. Frontside 5, Beer Boys, great band. Space and Time, another good. All these guys are good. Another Dave Tuck party.
Never mind.
Have a drink for that one.
You wouldn't understand anyway.
right. Continue. All right. All right, what do we have here?
Typo.
Oh, yeah. This is the typo. I'm not going to show you guys, but I don't know if you can see who's in the background, but there's actually two versions of this poster. And one of them has Jesus and one of them has Manson. So good luck. And here's a little known thing that is in the art print. There's a big art print of this too. But if you look right here, here's an interesting thing about this poster. This little section right here is an actual photo at a Pennywise show looking up from the stage. I took a photo on stage at Pennywise years and years ago, and that's the crowd at Red Rocks, and that's Red Rocks looking west from the stage. And actually that night at this show, that's the moon that was coming, or actually it was going down, and it actually did that at the show. That took a little pre-planning, but it worked out great. Hey, look at that. Perfect timing. Listen to who's playing on the radio. Oh, that's Scratch Acid. David Yao. David Yao was in Jesus Lizard too. This is his early band playing behind me. I wish. He just saw David play with Flipper. That was an awesome show this last summer. I think any show would be awesome right now. Hopefully we'll be going to shows again soon. That's a Trees. Aiden did this one, if I remember right, and he actually sang and coughed too. They were great. Dallas band did this, printed this for him when we were down in Dallas. It must have been like '96. Lagwagon, Face to Face. Remember, all these posters are $20. These ones are. Online, they're more. You can go to SWAMPCO.com, and they're probably, a lot of these are more, some of them are way more than $20. You get 3 of them, it's free postage. Helmet with Star and Dagger down in New Orleans at One Eye Jack's. This is a variant. There's only 20 on the blue. Awesome Venom poster for Texas. Fun. This is the real Venom, not Venom Inc. Which I guess Venom Inc. is the real Venom too, but without the original singer, it sounds different, I think. This was great. This is actually kind of a blurred one, that's why it's not numbered. You can see how the smoke is rising in the form of Satan. There's some Flaming Lips. This is the tour poster for Flaming Lips. We did, I think some of these were in the show last week, but as you can see, so there were 6 or 7 shows. At every show, there was a poster, and they gave these away at the show. 500, first 500 people got a free poster. This one was in Charlotte, North Carolina. Oh, there's a tag up here. Someone put a post-it note on that. Charlotte, or St. Louis, Missouri. So you can see each one was a little different. Face to Face. This is a honeycomb paper variant of the New Year's show for Face to Face. 2015. Here we go, Denver favorite there, Itch.io. Another New Year's show, if I remember right. Yep. So their New Year's tour with the Velveteers. And good shows. There you go. Another Monkey Wrench poster. The system is failing us. I'm not going to say anything. There we go, the Mets. Awesome band. Canada, I believe. Good guys. You just look at that one for a second. here we go. American Icon Records, Northwest Eshfest with Pentagram, Dead Moon, Yob, and Acid King. This would be a good show. That one's on metallic paper. Glows in the dark, or glows really good under a black light. Looks cool. There we go. Brian Jonestown Massacre. Ouch. Clutch Poster Addicts just joined. I had some Clutch posters earlier. John Tucker, I see you. John, this one's for you, buddy. Hope everyone's doing all right out there. Oh, wow, I haven't heard these guys in a long time. All right, that was American Artifact is a movie about rock posters. Really good one. They kind of followed it from San Francisco in the 60s and kind of went into the 90s, kind of like the Art of Modern Rock, that book. They were super stoked on that book and they went out and made a movie about it. And this was a premiere. We had some local bands, Speedwolf, The Omens. I was there. Tremaine didn't show up at this one. We did some live screen printing, had bands playing movies. It was fun. Oh, this is a variant. Oh, here we go. So yeah, when I did this poster, here, I put that beer down. So when I did this poster, this was another swamp party in Austin. We do one every couple of years. This is a great one. We had like 3,000 people at this one. We had a mini ramp in Emos, the new Emos. This was the grand opening of, well, it wasn't the grand opening, but it was one of the opening parties, South by Southwest, at the newer Emos, 2012. I think there was like 2,600 people there. It was good. And that's the variant. This one's actually really cool under a black light too. Boy, both are. This is 2008, Justice and MGMT, Lotus, The Wigs, Heartless Bastards. This was up in New York. Have a drink for everyone in New York for this happy hour. Hopefully everyone's doing better and hopefully things will get better up there. This was a great show. Sputnik and I did this show. We had an art tent and Sputnik was playing music all day. It was a good time. If you guys like funny music, check out Sputnik Slovenia tomorrow. He does a live happy hour show at 6 o'clock. That was a Stain Boy one. That's Sam Turner right there. Local superstar here in Denver. Awesome artist. Does a lot of, I think he does Mondo stuff now, and he does a lot of stuff with metal bands. Kylesa, it's a little toughy. Another Soul Swirl. Oh, that was one of mine also. Christie Front Drive, Planes Mistaken for Stars. Crestfallen, The Volts, the Marquee Theater. It's an old one. There's Art Chantry. Guitar Mints with Art Chantry design poster. That one's awesome. This is Table 2 Press. I think they're out at Boulder. But all these posters, it was 13 posters, and it came in a set. I'll sell you the whole set for $20. Because I got a few of them. And Denver Fest isn't around anymore, but there's definitely some cool posters in there. Put that back later. But yeah. We're gonna end it right there. Hopefully it didn't go too long. So we're gonna pull that. And we're gonna go over here, talk for a minute. I don't know if we can do this on both of them. I don't know how to flip. I'm trying to figure out Facebook while I'm doing this. Yeah. Alright, so now I'm on Facebook and Instagram all over the world. Alright, you guys. It's good seeing you. And thanks for tuning in. Thanks. And I'll talk to you later. Well, I just got shut down on Instagram. Facebook wins. Alright, you guys. Got shut down on Instagram. Hey, look. There's a common writer right there. But anyway, Bill Bradley. There's some old friends on there. It's good to see you guys. Hope everyone's doing all right, and hope everyone's doing good. Sorry, I'm doing 3 things at once. So we'll see you later. Stay safe, everybody. Stay healthy. Hopefully we'll do it again next week. All right. Adios.